The blonde man spun around and suddenly froze, his eyes locked on the scene ahead. Jesus Christ! A monstrous creature was barreling toward the crowd at terrifying speed. Despite his dim wits, survival instinct kicked in, he turned and sprinted faster than ever, soon outpacing the others. Without warning, the beast whipped its massive tail, flinging a bystander off the shore into the river. It then pivoted, charging directly at the blonde. Just as it lunged, its claws scraped empty air, the monster had slipped, granting him a miraculous escape. Panic erupted as people stampeded toward safety, all except one oblivious girl still seated on the ground, headphones blaring music. By the time she noticed the danger, it was too late. The creature seized her skull and dragged her away like a ragdoll. Seeing an opportunity, the blonde and a foreign bystander hefted a concrete divider and hurled it at the monster's flank. The crushing impact staggered the beast, but as the foreigner turned to flee, it pounced, pinning him down. Reacting fast, the blonde lifted the divider again and smashed it onto the creature's spine. An ear-splitting shriek tore through the air. They'd wounded it, but now it was furious. Time to run. At that moment, the blonde's daughter wandered outside searching for him. Before she could process the chaos, he grabbed her wrist and bolted. They barely made it 10 steps before he tripped, skinning his knees raw. Pain meant nothing now. He yanked her up and kept running, until a gut-wrenching realization struck. The hand he clutched wasn't his daughter's. His blood turned to ice. As he whirled around, the monster's tail lashed out, snatching his actual child before plunging into the Han River with a thunderous splash. The blonde dove in after them, thrashing through the murky water, but the monster was gone. His daughter had vanished into the depths. That evening, officials held a candlelight vigil for the victims. The sight of his daughter's portrait on the memorial altar shattered what remained of his heart. Then, a miracle. His phone rang. Her voice. She was alive. Trapped in the monster's lair, she'd hidden inside a narrow drainage pipe with another boy. Police dismissed his frantic report as delusion. Even his brother's pleas to trace the call were ignored. Left with no options, the family liquidated everything to buy 3 firearms. They combed every bridge along the riverbank until exhaustion forced them to rest in a riverside shack. That's when the blonde stiffened outside the window, yellow eyes glowed in the dark. The eldest male grabbed his rifle. One shot. The monster dropped. As they approached cautiously, it suddenly convulsed and fled into the water. A miscalculation, they'd miscounted the bullets. The old man stayed behind to reload while urging the others to run, but the monster resurfaced, crushing him with a single brutal strike before disappearing beneath the waves. Undeterred, the uncle's hacker friend traced the girl's phone to a derelict sewer system. What they found there would haunt them forever: the monster crawling along the ceiling, a small human hand dangling from its jaws. The sleeves pattern was unmistakable. A desperate chase led to the riverbank, where government agents pumped the area with tranquilizers. The overdosed creature collapsed. The blonde pried its jaws apart with bare hands, extracting 2 limp children. His daughter wasn't breathing. Grief crystallized into cold fury. As the monster stirred, the uncle rained Molotov cocktails down on it. A accomplice doused it in gasoline from a bridge above. The aunt, a professional archer, sent a flaming arrow straight through its eye. Fire engulfed the shrieking beast as it staggered toward the water's edge, only for the blonde to impale its gullet with a steel pipe. This time, it didn't get up.